Fishing the Hunter River. This was the most exciting part of our trip. It was exciting because it represented iconic New Zealand and its backcountry with a beautiful crystal clear river meandering through a broad snow-capped valley. The second reason that was exciting because the fishing was great. There were both browns and rainbows, all in good condition.
The road into the Hunter River was amazing. It was probably one of the elements of the whole trip which made this place so exciting, so different, so special. What a place to fish.
Yeah, recording.
The Hunter River.
So that's recording? Look at it here.
It's best just to hold it still ahead because the panning doesn't really just hang on for a minute.
Or do I twist it now? And stop.
Stop. Sorry.
Yeah.
And that's where I've had into the like, here we go.
That's how it is. And that'll do it, huh?
Have you caught our last moment's collar?
Trying to.
It's not that bad. A little worse than this, I think. Is it recording? Red lights on?
Yeah. You want a bit of an upstream? Just stop it.
No, just do it across. We want to get to the upstream, isn't it?
I'll just pan downstream. That'll do.
A bit more substantial guys, we might want this low range or high range, what do you want to do this? Shit.
Just cross the thing.
What's that? Looks okay. What do you reckon? High range? High range or high? High? I want traction. What do you reckon? I might do it from no, I'm going to do it from Is that okay with you?
Are we going?
Hang on. Actually, keep going.
Oh.
Here we go. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll keep going here.
That's pretty bouncy.
Sorry.
Oh. Really on the bone of it.
I just want to watch the road. I'm not watching you. to about 9 o'clock. Yeah, it takes us about an hour to get here.
Well, here we are, the Delta at last. This gate should have paradise written on its front, because indeed that's where we are, the Hunter River.
I don't know. Nice fish. Here's a nice fish. Nice brown.
I'll take you down here where I might be back on
Oh, he's a nice fish. Oh, mate. Fish of the trip.
Oh, look at that.
Huh? You want me to help you? Use your glove. Hmm? Yeah, probably. I'll get you on photograph, so that's okay. Yeah, it will be actually. I'll show you when you say, hey, that's right. Bring him in, Cole. Oh!
Got going, eh?
This is a place to be, mate. What do you reckon? Don't break your rod. He's good fish. Brown.
No, he's not here.
I'd say 6 pound.
No, he wouldn't do. He would do that.
Oh yeah.
You reckon?
Yeah. He's good fish. Okay. Oh yeah, he's nice brown, mate. Oh yeah, that's a nice brown.
Nice fish.
He didn't like that.
It's not easy, Gary.
No, yes, is it? Oh, this will do me. Yeah,
What, the fish?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, fishing here.
Well, I had a pump behind me down there.
You saw this guy come up?
Well, I saw one dip right there.
Yeah. I'll worry about that when you get him in here. Hold him on. Hold on to him. Oh, he's 6 pound. Hold him up, Cole. Hold him up. Come on, get up.
I gotta get up.
Yeah, I can't help.
Then I caught a nice fish. Look at that.
Yeah, good fish, Chris.
Beautiful fish.
Hang on, I'll take photos.
The bad bits out.
Yeah, cut the swear words. That's exactly right, Chris.
And they're not swear words. But I did see there's some little paddle thing inside, which has got a pretty offensive jokes in it. I'm not quite sure what that's all about, but obviously some idiots who've been here have been entertained on a wet day with some rough stuff.
Now, Cole, how many trips you've been to New Zealand with me for? This your third or fourth? Fourth, I think, isn't it?
I think it's my fourth.
Yeah.
So I've done, you and I did one back in 2001, and then we've done 2 other ones with Gary, with Chris and you,
Yeah.
and this one. So
Yeah. Now, what are the highlights? Do you think? Do you think this one might be this trip?
I think particular places come to mind, don't they, when you think of New Zealand? Like particular spots where we fish. So when you think about highlights, you tend to think of particular fishing spots, such as Athol on the Matara or down on Cattle Creek, or you think of the Urigi around Mossburn,
They're all different, aren't they?
or you know, this place, which has been fabulous.
Hmm.
And
And where are we today?
we're on the Hunter and staying at Boundary Hut, which
Yeah.
is really nice. It's become like our home. A
Yeah.
few more days in, a little it'll be hard to move us out. So it's probably a good thing we're going out, moving out tomorrow. But it's surprising how quickly you can settle into a new place.
Have you enjoyed fishing on the Hunter Col?
Yeah, fishing's been really nice. Not a lot of fish, but there's the odd big fish, and the scenery's just superb. And the accessibility is really nice. Just not scratching through bracken and briar or very catchy bush. So it's very nicely accessible with rocky washouts and lovely clear water, crystal clear water, which tends to get a little bit cloudy as the day goes on. But, spoiled a little bit by some boats, but apart from that, it's fabulous.
Yeah, it has been good, hasn't it?
It has.
Yeah, and so are we fishing this afternoon?
We had this morning we drove some half an hour or more upstream and fished from there, which was really nice, but you could nearly walk as fast as we were driving, and you had the threat of being bogged somewhere. But this afternoon we're planning to just drive close to the water nearby and fish some of the local water, so that should be good.
Yeah. Are the prospects of catching some more of those rainbows, do you think?
I think there's a chance. I caught a nice rainbow the first day when we arrived a few days back.
Yeah, I remember well.
Down near the delta.
And what did you catch today?
Got a nice brown today in very shallow water.
What sort of fly?
A blue blowfly, which seems to become our most popular trout fly.
Yeah.
It's surprising how effective it is, but when you look around where we're staying at the windows and that, you see a lot of similar flies which seem to want to come inside and make themselves at home inside the house as well.
Yeah. So just to finish up the interview, Col, any remarks about fishing in New Zealand?
I think the whole experience is what you're after, not just the fishing. We're releasing all the fish. So at the end of the day, we don't have a bag of fish. You've got the experience of the fishing and having enjoyed some really nice country with beautiful water and fabulous surrounds. Snow-capped mountains and big mountains that you don't get in Australia. The scenery is definitely non-Australian. It's distinctly New Zealand.
On a final note, the accommodation up to your standards?
Accommodation's fine.
Along with the bed bugs. Tell us about those, Col. How did you deal with the bed bugs?
Well, a thorough spray with Mortein certainly gave me a peaceful night and a lot of reassurance. Some of my colleagues might be quite happy to be infested, but that's their concern, not mine.
And what about the food? Food up to your normal standards? Yeah.
Well, Gary seems to have taken over the kitchen duties and persists in cooking lots of good food.
Gourmet meals?
Gourmet meals with excellent rice. The rice cooking is just superb. Some of the best rice I've ever tasted.
And who cooks that, Col?
Some other support staff.
Is that right? Okay. Well, look, Col, it's been great having you on the trip, and I'm sure that this particular spot will be in our memories.
It's certainly a terrific spot. Not really accessible, and it was by luck and circumstance that we ended up here. We were planning to come up here by boat, and then we were advised that we could get accommodation up here. So, and it's only been freshly opened up for people to come this way again after being closed for the season. So it's just great. It worked out great.
Yeah. Thanks, Col. Hot enough. That's nice brown. So wait, let's have a little bit of a look. Wait a minute. Beautiful fish. There's nice fish in this river.
Yeah.
It's a good river to fish. He's a nice brown man.
Halfway down his throat.
What'd you catch him on?
A blowfly. Saw him there on the edge of the car.
I've seen a few fish in here.
I haven't. That's the first one I've seen.
You've done well, Chris. That's a beautiful fish.
I have to leave the blowfly in there, I think.
Lovely fish, mate. Yeah, there's backwater, there's quite a few fish floating around, but they're quite deep.
That's all, let him go. Put it in there.
You won't mind. Well done, mate.
That was pretty well down his throat, so I won't think it.
Well done.
Oh, I was pleased with that point.
Took me a while to catch up to you. Good
Lights on.
Whiting.
Okay.
Come in. Yeah, maybe more. No, you understand.
Yeah. I don't know.
This is my first fish on the Hunter.
Yeah, yeah.
It was caught in a backwater, obviously. Caught on a stone fly nymph combination. And this rainbow actually took the stone fly.
You want a pair of pausers?
It was a good fish. It wasn't a great fish, but it was a good fish.
Yeah. Sorry?
Good fish, Chris.
Yeah.
That's a nice rainbow.
That's good, yeah. Very nice. Here's the faucets.
Come on, settle down.
Let's do a quick measurement with your hands too. About the same as that one that I got. Yeah, nice fish. No worries. Yes. Straight under the rocks.
Yeah, there's a few.
This is a great place to fish, as evidenced with the guides from Wanaka bringing in their clients here. We were just having a fantastic time.
Backwaters were always sought on the Hunter River while fishing it, and here's Cole trying his best. No doubt a brown trout, but they were important waters for us. furthermore, those quieter waters were sought after, but the faster waters, which diverted from the mainstream, often contained very good fish also. And this particular one contained a couple of very large rainbows. And wherever the fish could get out of the mainstream, we found that the water's quite productive. The accommodation on the Hunter River was provided by Hunter Station, and this is one of their huts that they used. It's well equipped. It has gas bottles. It had a fireplace, which fortunately for us wasn't used because it was quite warm while we were there. It had a place to wash up. Quite an adequate hot plate there or gas top there to cook on. And the bedroom and the whole place could sleep probably 8 people. The mattresses were soft, and we enjoyed the accommodation. And probably the most spectacular part about it was its commanding view as you walked out on the veranda, and we spent many hours sitting out there just pondering the day and enjoying the harbour. It really added, or this location really added to our experience.
Now, Chris, you're obviously enjoying that orange. Have you had a good day today?
Yeah. Yes, didn't start off that well. Started to find fish, but finally managed to find some quality rainbows. And did quite well.
Right. So how many fish, you caught 2 today, did you? What size do you reckon? Well, how many centimetres? You measured them out?
About 63 and just short of 7.
They're good fish, aren't they? Yeah. On blowflies like coals?
Yep,
Right.
caught most of my blowflies except for one yesterday that was in deep water, and I had to use a caddis scrub weighted.
Yeah, you took the caddis scrub pretty well, didn't? As I remember.
When it finally came into some shallow water, yes.
Mm. Well, what colour caddis was it, Chris? Can you remember the
Just
grub?
white.
Just what? Yeah. Now we've been other places. What else do you remember of the trip?
Well, certainly the accommodation at Monica was fantastic. Thanks very much to Mary.
You're scoring some brownie points now, Chris. That's okay, because Mary will see this.
Well, that was excellent.
The edited version.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what about the accommodation up at the lakes at?
Oh, great, except for the sandbars.
Yeah, they were bad, weren't they? Yeah.
Very heavy.
Yeah. Any impressions of the Von?
Yeah, a nice river. I think an early season. But while the rainbows are still in it.
They were smaller rainbows, weren't they, than the ones we are catching here?
Oh, yeah.
At half the size, I'd say.
Yeah.
And I think that's the impressive thing about the Hunter, isn't it? That the rainbows are quite sizable.
Yeah. The only problem is that there's no browns, or very few browns.
Yeah. I've been told, and I'm not sure whether we haven't verified this, and we probably won't, that the browns are above Ferguson, and as the pools become quieter. So.
It's usually the way we're down in the Delta as well.
Yeah, how did you go in the Delta? Because that's one of the things you enjoy fishing.
Yeah, quite well down there.
Yeah, quite fishable.
Some opportunities, but yes, definitely quite fishable. Some decent browns cruising the shines there.
Because I remember Cole caught a good brown, and you caught, how many browns did you catch when you were fishing down there?
Got a brown and a rainbow.
A brown and a rainbow, but of some size though.
Oh yeah, quite reasonable fish. Missed a few others.
You lined him. Why is that? Don't break your rod.
There you go, I'm recording now.
Recording?
Yeah. Gary, China 5.
Thank you.
You have to come all forward on your knees until you see the weed mat, and he's just under the weed mat. In front there. Hard to see, just his tail sticking out. He's just under the weed mat, he was. Just keep moving forward till you see him. Don't be frightened. You gotta move forward. You gotta see the weed mat, the floating weed mat. Just go forward some more until you see him. Don't be frightened, have a go. You can only scare the fish. See the tail? I'll put it to the left, but you probably do like I do and tangle the bank. What do you do? Yeah. Nothing. Try a bit more towards the bank where his head is. You had enough? Right.
Red dot there.
Very good. So Gary, you're looking as though you've got a great smile on your face. What's brought that about this morning?
Look, Cole, I think the whole trip's been a fantastic trip, but this morning's fishing on the Hunter River has been exceptional. I think that two very nice rainbows, probably in excess of £4 each. Missed opportunities, fish that have spat the fly, fish that have come up and refused to take. I mean, I had an excellent morning. We're fishing, we're fishing up above the next hut up, which is Scrubby Hut, and we're fishing up towards Ferguson, which is the name of a creek which flows into the Hunter. And we ran into a jet boat fellow who gave us some advice about fishing that part of the water, saying it was probably the best part of the Hunter.
So the Hunter is a busy waterway with jet boats and various things like that? Or?
Unfortunately, our experience has been that we've run into a few jet boats, almost literally. However, 2 weeks, apparently, well, Docks has given permission for the jet boats to come up for 2 weeks of this year. This is unusual. Apparently 5 years ago they did the same. Just gives the opportunities for the locals to come up and fish, which they wouldn't normally have, because it's taken us a long time. Took us a rugged 2 hours to get to this point on the Hunter, and we'd even travelled up another half hour to get up to this morning's fishing point on a four-wheel drive track, which is pretty rough. Several water crossings, and moments of some possible despair. Yeah, all that. I think that it's been
So the despair, the safety concerns are in the forefront. Do you feel that?
Well, Cole kept me from going over the edge this morning. I mean, we almost put ourselves nose into a creek. The road was leading us that way, and not realising there was a drop off. And yeah, there are certain hazards of being in here, and certainly we're being much more careful.
And the fishing, do you find it really absorbing, and time slipped by quickly?
I'm always the last person back, Cole. and I feel sorry. I feel sorry for Chris and Cole, because they're coping with a guy who always turns up late.
But you're experiencing great fishing at that time. Like, it's the fishing that absorbs you into the moment and takes a priority.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Mate. This morning's fishing is, I think, one of all my fishing experiences this morning is way up there.
So you've been coming to New Zealand now for a good 10 years or more, haven't you? In terms of fishing spots, which would be your pick of the spots?
Yeah,
if you had to rate them.
Memory's a difficult thing, isn't it? Because we tend to remember those things which we've just recently experienced better than those which perhaps are part of our past. But I was talking to two fellows who were staying in a hut further up from us, who come from the west coast of New Zealand, and I asked them, and they'd been coming back to this place for years, and I asked them why, and they said, look, there's no other valley in New Zealand like this one, the Hunter Valley. It's a photograph just doesn't do it justice, really. And I concur with them. I think this is a beautiful spot. The fish numbers may not be as high as I've had in the past in some other spots, but certainly the experience in terms of wilderness fishing is unsurpassed.
very nice fishing. Isn't it?
Oh, it is well. And can I say, just to add, final end up the interview, that I've enjoyed the company of two good mates, Colin and Chris. We all get along well together. I mean, obviously, over a 2 week period, there's obviously points of tension, me being late and Colin not wanting to get advice about his fishing. But they're just moments, really. We 99.9% of the time we work together as a team. So, and I enjoy the experience as a whole. Really, they're good moments.
And it certainly takes you well away from the routine of where you normally
Yeah,
live.
I'm a keen fisherman. It's not so much I want to escape the world. It's I'm just a keen fisherman, and really this is fishing at its highest. Really.
Oh, well, thanks for the story.
That's okay, Cole. Thanks, mate. Bye. Recording.
The black mix the other day.
Yeah, he's a nice fish, isn't he?
Oh, the brown one.
Nice fish.
Like I say, he's not big.
Oh, he's alright.
I thought I was on the bottom. Yeah. Oh, it's nice than I thought.
Yeah, he's alright.
Hey,
He's alright.
I'm going to get you.
You want me to get my glove on? Yeah, I don't care. Whatever you want to do. It's your fish, you decide. No, I don't have a net. No, that's right. You've got him play him out first. He's got a few more runs in him left.
Second time this trip, I thought I hooked the bottom. Suddenly the thing's moving. It's always the truth, isn't it? When the bottom moves. No way I saw this fish, I just knew they were there.
Holding up. Drop.
What do you think of that? Hold up.
Hey, hold it.
Hey,
Hold it.
that's a damn nice fish.
Hang on, I'll take a photograph of him.